Untitled Chapter. Pull up with a micro bully.
Yeah. So that's what y'all used listening to these days, huh?
That's right. That's what the youth is into. We love the super gremlin music. We love being on Demon Time. So when you white, I take it that this is the type of music you listen to, huh, Jay?
White niggas' noses. That's the type of shit you on.
Oh man,
Fuck
I
Demon
love
Time.
it.
He on baby daddy time.
That's right.
Stepdaddy time.
Stepdaddy time. She got 3 kids: Aiden, Jaden, Caden. And now you locked in, and the only thing you can enjoy are their fruit snacks, and that's it. So
fruit snacks,
yeah. All you can do is eat their fruit snacks, man.
You do look like you be the type of nigga to be eating their fruit snacks and shit.
I would. She'd probably be like, "There were 2 packets of fruit snacks left," and I'm like, "Baby,
nah." You know that scene on Don't Be a Menace?
South Central
like,
chicken.
when he pulls out the damn food,
Yeah, that shit.
Nothing is forbidden when we turn.
Nuh-uh, fool. That's the baby's lunch.
Oh,
snap.
yes, black culture.
Oh man.
Ladies
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of the Culture Clowns Podcast.
Yes, welcome, one and all.
I am your host, Jay Combs, aka Mr. J Stays Saucy. And if you want to find me on Instagram, that's JayStaySsucey.
Yeah, there we go. And I'm a co-host, HMT, aka M Kennedy Simbai, and you can find me on Instagram at prodbyhmt. That's PROD BY H T.
Tell them about yourself.
So I am a.
Nah, I was just joking.
Oh,
Don't actually
oh
go into
wow!
a
I
whole-
was really. All right, for those of you who want to know more about me, we'll talk in private. Jay's not here.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How y'all doing out there? We back at it again. We got to get a damn better background. We got to get a better background than this.
I mean, we do.
I feel really far away, but I feel like it's still good
Really?
distance. I don't know. Anywho, what we got up for today? What you been up to?
Oh man, putting in the work. I did talk to you about this, and the people who've been watching the podcast from the very beginning since last year, since 2021, will know. I've got a TV show that I've created that I'm trying to push and get picked up by one of these studios. So that process is nearly done, and we'll be shopping it around within the next week or two. So, of course, I'm not religious, but for those of you who are religious, pray for me. Whether that's to
that's the funniest oxymoronic statement I ever heard in my life.
yeah.
I'm not religious, but for all that are religious,
For those
pray for me.
Pray for me. Pray whether you're.
You know, it'd be funny.
Yeah.
They pray for him like, God, please help this man, and then God be like, who the fuck is that?
Do that. They said, "Oh, wait, what's his name?" It's like a voter roll. He said, "Oh no, you're an unbeliever. No, sir, you don't get none from me."
Oh, snap. Man.
Yeah. So,
Anywho.
working on that. So I'm really hoping that something can come through on that end for you, for me, and for obviously all the other people I'm trying to do stuff with regards to the show, and obviously having it being my idea and stuff means that I can have more creative input. So hopefully we'll be able to to tell people that we're heavily working on that show or heavily invested together, which would be cool for the clowns and for the podcast. And I'll definitely be keeping you guys abreast of any developments. Obviously, I can't go into too much detail, but definitely if there is any detail I'll be giving y'all, it will be here on the podcast with Jay. Otherwise, really just been chilling, man, working, picking up shifts, Shake Shack, just to get an extra income.
This going to be our origin story. Back in the days when I used to work at the Shake Shack.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm going to tell people, listen, don't be afraid to work a 9 to 5, especially when you come to Cali and you're trying to get, whether it's Uber or you're working at Shake Shack or you're working at Rolf's or I don't know, Foot Locker, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to survive, and you got to be able to pay the bills, especially once you leave home and you're in your early 20s and you're trying to, get yourself up. You got to save money and put yourself in a good position, while still enjoying your 20s. Which
You
is
know
hard
what
to do.
I found interesting?
Mm.
So Damon John, big time Damon John, Shark Tank Damon John. He actually used to work at what's it called? Red Lobster when he was doing FUBU.
Really?
So that's how he funded FUBU.
No way.
Yeah, yeah, that's what he did. That was his part-time job. He used to work at FUBU.
At Boofle?
I mean, not FUBU. He used to work at Red Lobster.
Yeah.
And so basically when he was like, yeah, he told the story on the Club Shay Shay podcast.
Okay.
If we might give a shout out. I love that podcast, by the way. Shannon Sharp is hilarious. But
He is funny. I'm not gonna
but yeah, he was talking about how
And I said, I'm going to take 1 year for college. And I was laughing at all the other kids that were going to college. And then when I was about 22, a lot of my friends were dead or in jail. I was a waiter at Red Lobster. And those kids that decided to go get a formal education or a higher education, they were coming back from school. And I was in Red Lobster with tartar sauce on my apron, getting them shrimp. And I realized maybe I'm the idiot.
that's the same question I asked myself. But I went to school.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, dang. That's crazy. I could have just been a street dealer.
No, but that is the thing though. It's either you work a 9 to 5, or you get involved in the underground economy, and you find ways to
Pharmaceuticals.
You find ways to move packs. That's just the nature of reality. And there are some people who obviously don't have a legal job and aren't working 9 to 5s, and they're making really good money from the work they do in the underground economy. Now, of course, there's greater risks. You understand what you're signing up for, but depending on your situation and depending how much you're making and how soon you're trying to make it, it's your decision, I don't front. Everybody got to get theirs. Everybody got to hustle, And as long as there's a market for what you're selling, it's always going to be somebody selling it, So it is what it is.
When you told your parents, I want to go to Cali and become an actor, what did they say?
It's so funny. So when I told my dad, I was like, because I was already about to graduate from my BA, and then I had been accepted into the University of Cape Town Law School, and I was supposed to start there, like some months later. But basically, towards the end of my BA, I said to my dad, I was like, yeah, I messaged him. I was like, because I was high-key kind of afraid to like really call him.
Not too afraid of your daddy.
I was like,
your daddy,
you
gonna
don't
whoop you?
no. This is African culture, especially where I'm from, is a very, very different thing. Especially
What
culture.
are you thinking about going to America? You're going to go study your further educations, right?
First of all, that accent needs work. I'm not even mad. That was funny as fuck. I was funny. I'm gonna try not to swear. But secondly, no. Actually, my dad's reaction was interesting. I told him, I was like, "Hey, Dad, I want to go to California. I want to go study acting, and I've been looking at a number of places, and I want to go to the New York Film Academy." And he was like, and this is literally what he texted me, and I was waiting for the text because I saw it said
Can
type
you do it
in.
in an accent?
He said, "Okay." That's all he said. Okay, and I was like, "Is that like a K, like okay, or like okay?" I didn't know. You don't know. It's very difficult to tell, because obviously texting is very difficult to tell tones. So I was like, okay. But then my dad was totally cool with it, and he's seeing all the stuff that I'm doing now and the people that I'm meeting, and things worked out. And I understand where he was coming from, because with the life that him and my mom lived, growing up, it was a totally different thing. And in order to get ahead, you wanted to get into the jobs like you wanted to be a lawyer or an engineer or a doctor, or an architect or an accountant, something that would make you money, which isn't a bad thing, but it's not just about money. It's also about what you're happy with, what you're happy doing, and how much you excel at it. You know what I mean? I think I would have been a great lawyer. I really do. I do think I would have been a great lawyer, and I still plan on getting my law degree, but just later on in my life, not
Like
right
Kim
now.
Kardashian?
Yeah. Just to segue for a minute. Yes, I was very interested when I found out how that law thing works in California, that you don't actually have to go to a law school. You basically just have to be an apprentice at a law firm, and then you do the exams,
Well,
and
I
you
don't
become a
think
lawyer.
You don't necessarily have to go to law school.
Right, which is crazy, because in South
you just
Africa,
have
you
to be able
can't.
to prove.
Yeah.
You just have to be able to prove that you can do law, which is by taking a bar. That's what the bar exam is for.
Which is crazy to me, dude, because like in South Africa, and I feel like it's probably this way in most former like English.
Put it like this.
You know, you
Me
have
as
to
a
have a law degree in order to practice
Put
law.
it like this. Put it like this. Me, a theater major, could have went
Yeah.
and got their law degree. I think you just have to have like so many years of like back education or whatever, or prove so many hours. And I think that's what her apprenticeship was.
Yeah,
prove
yeah.
So many hours of education
At the law firm, yeah.
But yeah, a theater major could technically go and get their law degree.
That's crazy, dude. I'm probably gonna do that. To be honest with you, I mean, you know, having the credentials is nice, but if I know that I don't have to go through all of that, I don't have to pay college tuitions, and I could still work in the industry whilst also doing the stuff on the side, which Kim Kardashian obviously has been doing. If Kim Kardashian can do it,
But
I can do it.
you know what Kim Kardashian has that you don't have?
What?
A bunch of time and a bunch of money. I'm dead serious. Like Kim Kardashian don't have to go to work every day.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. He's right. Kim Kardashian wanted to sit on her ass all day and not do anything. She could. She's getting money from what's the dash? What's the
She
clothing
getting
line?
money because her baby daddy is a billionaire.
Right. That.
You know what's funny? You
Yeah.
know what's funny?
Mhm.
Kanye West literally predicted his own future.
18 years, she got one of your kids, got you for 18 years. I know somebody paying child support for one of his kids. His baby mama car crib is.
Also, yeah. No, for sure.
And when he
Touch
get
the
on,
Sky
he
was
gonna
also
leave- hey.
prophetic as well.
And when he get on, he gonna leave your ass for a white girl.
Yes, Tracy Ellis was right in Touch the Sky, and it's
Oh, he gonna leave your ass for a white girl? What, you want a Barbie? What about all of this? You just want some What about the ass?
interesting how Kanye really did predict.
Everything
you know,
that's happening to
yeah.
him.
Except obviously in Touch the Sky, you know, he crashes and I guess dies, but it's not like his career is dead. You know, he could do all this shit to Kim and basically harass her and her family and create all these issues. People are still out there buying his albums. People are still out there. People
I ain't
out
gonna
there
lie
buying
though.
his
I ain't
clothing.
gonna lie though. I started watching the Genius documentary. It's kind of dope. It is kind of like, dang.
Oh really? Is that the one on Netflix?
Yeah.
I need
It
to
is
give it a
kind of
watch.
interesting. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
It is kind of interesting. I've been watching it. Now they long as hell. Like I'm still on the first episode,
Yeah.
and it's like I think 80 minutes, 100, 2 hours, an hour or some change,
Okay.
hour or whatever. But anyway, yeah, it's long. It's definitely long. But yeah, it's pretty good though. It's pretty good from what I've been watching.
Okay.
All right,
Nah,
let's go
definitely.
ahead and get
I'm
into
down.
it.
Yeah.
So on the docket for the day,
Mhm.
we gotta get some sound effects or something.
We should. We definitely should. We'll work on that for y'all because we
Exactly.
want to keep it entertaining. We want to keep it hype.
All
But
right.
this is like our SNL weekend update portion of the podcast.
Cool. All right. Bet.
Mm-hmm.
Culture Clowns news update.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, whatever.
That's it.
Yeah, keep it going.
Keep it going.
All right. And what you got for us?
Alrighty. So the last time we shot the podcast, I'm pretty sure we discussed the Will Smith situation.
I think there was another.
Or it was
2
the
episodes
podcast
ago.
2 episodes ago? 2 episodes ago. My apologies. Yeah, damn, it seems like the Oscars was just last week. Anyway, so obviously a lot of people know about the Will Smith situation where Will Smith went up on stage and slapped Chris Rock across the face for making that joke about Jada, who was, of course, Will Smith's wife. And since then, you know, there's obviously been some updates. The first update, or at least the big one today, we want to talk about is that Will Smith has been banned from the Oscars for 10 years. Damn! 10 years. That is longer than some very good television shows that have been around for a minute. Folks, he's not going to be allowed at the Oscars for 10 years. And he says he accepts and respects the decision. Jay, thoughts?
Well, I seen online when they first came down with this. I seen somewhere online. I think it was I don't know. I think it was Instagram. They said, and I quote, "Will Smith got more punished than the people that stormed the Capitol."
Hell yeah, he did. He did.
But honestly, I'm being honest. Like I said, I'm anything concerning the Will Smith Oscar thing. I'm so over it. I'm so tired of it. Like, bro, it's done. It's done. It's over. Like, bro, I'm so tired of hearing about it. Like, nobody has yet to say anything to make me change my opinion or make me go, oh, okay, maybe I don't. Like I said, he did what he felt was right for him and his family. I don't fault the man for doing what he thought was right for him and his family. Do I think he should have got banned from the Oscar for 10 years? No.
I think 10 years is long. I think they were right
extensive.
to because they say they're banning him from attending any Academy events or programs in person or virtually. So it's not even just the Academy Awards; it's every other Academy event.
But even
for
then,
10 years.
But even then, that's extensive.
No, it's excessive. It is. I think it's very, very excessive.
That's too much. Like,
it's too much.
A slap. Ain't like he went up there and like shot the nigga. Shout out, what's his name? What's the dude name? Who shot the dude? What's his name? The dude on the movie that she shot the girl on the movie.
Oh, you talking about Alec Baldwin?
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, on set?
Mm-hmm. He ain't shoot the guy.
That's true.
And Alec Baldwin. He's like he's defaming the Oscars and everything. No, whatever. Get out of here.
That's a very good point. I mean, they're different situations, but I understand what you mean in terms of the gravity of the situation.
He didn't shoot.
I mean, I see what you mean in the sense of like, shouldn't there be repercussions for Alec Baldwin not ensuring that the set was safe? Doesn't that reflect badly on the Academy and on the standards? I agree with you. I definitely think
or they didn't ban what's his face when they found out when his sex accused and stuff.
Harvey Weinstein, Kevin Spacey.
I think Kevin Spacey got nominated again the next year.
Yeah, the dude, Roman Polanski, the dude who I forgot his name, but the guy who directed the first X-Men, who was basically touching a whole bunch of kids, and people knew about it for years. He's having parties and stuff. You guys never said anything, but apparently this incident now brings the Academy into disrepute. Not what's his name, John Wayne, when he wanted to beat up the Native American woman who won her Oscars and he had to be restrained by 6 people. Not everything else. 10 years is crazy. I agree he shouldn't be allowed to attend for a period of time, but
maybe
10 years is crazy. Yeah, 3 years, I'd understand. Like, 10 is crazy, man.
That's a whole decade. That's a decade. You know what happened in 10 years? In 10 years, we literally, a lot has happened in 10 years.
Yeah.
In 10 years, we had the end of the world 3 times.
Yeah.
The world almost ended 3 times in 10 years.
Basically.
We had 5 natural disasters.
Yep.
Like world-class disasters. 10 years is excessive. You can raise a child in 10 years.
People don't realize 10 years.
That's a little baby.
10 years is the difference between your child being in 3rd grade and your child being in their final year of school, graduating school.
Exactly. Oh,
that's crazy. That's 10 years, at least in South Africa, because in South Africa in the 3rd grade, he's supposed to be 8.
I'll raise you one better. 10 years is the difference between a child knowing his father and then when the father comes back, be like, who the fuck is this nigga?
Basically.
Like, he because guess what? In 10 years old, you have a cognizance of like, oh, you ain't been here before.
Yeah.
So.
And it's crazy to think. I'm like, dude, no, for sure. I think 10 years is excessive. I think obviously they had to take action as a professional body, especially with violent action. But I agree with you. It should have just been like 2-3 years max. The other thing I wanted to mention was Harry Lennox. While we're quickly talking about this Will Smith thing, I may as well. Harry Lennox, for those who don't know, he's a black actor, okay? And he's been in like a number of stuff. A lot of people you've seen him before in quite a few things, but you might not know what he looks like, okay? But Harry Lennox, he was also in The Matrix. He played like the light-skinned, like tall black guy who was like one of the captains, one of the leaders of Zion, right? He says that Will Smith should give the Oscar back in order to restore the integrity of the Oscars. He said this about 2-3 days ago. Jay, thoughts?
Moving on.
That's how I feel about it too. That's how I feel about it too. I think that's a dumb thing to say.
All I'm gonna say is this: if Will Smith slapping Chris Rock at the Oscars is so horrible, then maybe they shouldn't let comedians tell jokes at the Oscars.
Maybe they shouldn't. And I've seen takes like that from people saying maybe y'all just need to stop with the jokes and just actually start just presenting the award straight up. Everyone goes home, because as it is, they took out certain awards that they normally give in order to make space for things that actually didn't really need to be there.
I feel like honestly what this comes down to is this, and I don't fault Chris Rock. No,
it's not his fault.
No, it's not his fault.
It's not his fault.
I don't fault. You know what? I really just think it's one of those we finally got him moments. They've been waiting his whole career to get him, and now they finally got him. This is we got you, nigga moment. That's all it is. If
we need to put the Denzel face when he's sitting in the crowd looking at Will, telling giving his speech, where Denzel is just like he's just unimpressed. This is the moment to use that.
What's his name? What's the black comedian name? Dang, the one that's always mad. Dang.
Wake up, nigga.
Oh well, yeah. This is Will Smith's "gotcha, nigga" moment, and that's all it is. We finally got him.
We got him.
Cause like I said,
spot him, got him.
Cause all I'm saying is this: if this was any other actor or whatever of lesser melanin, I just feel like we wouldn't be talking about this today.
Yeah. They
wouldn't definitely got no 10 years.
They wouldn't have.
Like I said, I feel like this is just a gotcha moment that they got for Will Smith, and like
they got him, dude.
Yeah, it really. I'm so done with this conversation. Yeah. Moving on. And what's the next story?
Yo, so this next story got me because it's the kind of story that I feel like I would have heard, but I didn't. So when Jay told me, I was like, "What?" This is still blowing my mind. So. Lunar dust collected by Neil Armstrong, who most people should know. Neil Armstrong was the first man to walk on the moon, okay? Lunar dust collected by Neil Armstrong has sold for $500,000 big ones. $500,000, folks. And this was after a court battle that NASA lost because they wanted to keep the sample, but they lost the court battle. So it's been sold for $500,000. To be exact, $504,375. Far below pre-sale estimates, which is the part that's probably blowing my mind even more.
Add the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
It costs less than what they thought they were gonna receive. Like this costs more than like whole budgets for TV shows. This costs more than mortgages. It costs more
to get Big Mama a new foot.
Facts. Like it costs more than Jay, I need yo, I can't believe this, dude. Like, what do you think?
What would you do with that 504? Shit. What's on your list?
I'd probably, first of all, just to be honest, because I've always wanted to do it, I'd probably go to Atlanta, and I'd go to Magic City and just like.
Hey, we should go to Atlanta.
Throw some ones at some exotic dancers, just because.
Making it rain is real. I don't know if you ever heard about this. Now, if you never heard of making it rain, I will explain it to you. It's basically when you take your money and you throw it on other people. I'm never gonna do that. I'm just telling you what other people are doing.
You wanna go to Magic City?
King
of Diamonds? No, that's the thing. I think that's in
King of Diamonds.
I think that's in Florida, but no, that might whatever. Anywho, yeah, I want to go to Atlanta. We should go to Atlanta. You want to go to Atlanta?
We should go to Atlanta. Booty clapping sounds. Yeah. No, we gotta.
504, bro. Like, man, when I seen it, I was like, oh, dang, that's crazy.
No, it's insane. And I'm like, would you look.
I want to know who the person who bought it.
No, exactly.
I want to know who bought it.
Because look, don't get me wrong. Okay, I get that people are into memorabilia of different kinds. Some people are into collecting cars. Some people are into collecting like coins and tokens. Some people are into collecting like Nazi stuff. Not that they like the Nazis, but they just find like the uniforms and the whole lore around it interesting. Like I get that people are into collecting.
It was originally priced at $800,000 to
No way.
1.2 million.
No way, dude. No way. Are you serious? Wait. Nah, I'm gonna be honest. That's very unserious, dude. There's actually someone out there who has chosen to spend, or who could have spent $800,000 to $1.2 million.
The final price tag was far below the pre-auction estimate, with the auction house expecting to fetch between $800,000 to $1.2 million for the 5 dust samples and the NASA container they are held in.
It's just dust. I understand it's dust from another planet,
Put it like
but
this,
it's just dust, bruh. Like
It's crazy to think about that. There's dust out there that's worth more than some of y'all.
Yeah, like it's shocking to me that
Imagine the dude that bought this. They like, nigga, I got dust worth more than you.
You know what I mean? Like
And it could be real. It's facts.
Like that's just wild, dude. Like 500 and something thou, and they were expecting 800 to 1.2 mil for dust, bro. Like that. Yeah, that's crazy. I'll be very honest. Like that's intense. But what it does show you is that people on this planet have money, because I'm like, you would rather spend 1.2 mil to get a vial or a jar of dust when you could use that 1.2 or 800,000, or in this case, the 504,000 and a bit. You could use that to help people, unless you're planning on feeding people the Mars dust, and maybe it's a delicacy. Maybe to some of you it's a delicacy. I don't know, but that's nuts, dude. That's nuts. That's
$1.2 million.
That's
Somebody,
nuts.
it's literally a nigga out there right now saying, "Hey, nigga, I got dust worth more than you. Get out my face."
Get out my face.
And you can't do nothing but respect that. You can't do anything but respect that.
Yeah.
All right, you ready to play a little reaction?
Let's do
reaction
it.
time.
I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this.
All right. So in the next segment, we got a couple of things we want to react to, and yeah. All right, cool. First clip. Let's see.
The role play.
Yeah.
The role play.
What was the roles?
This feels like it's gonna be so wrong.
It's so wrong. I'm gonna tell you right now. I've never talked about this.
Ah, shit.
Dun, dun, dun.
I like to be like a runaway slave.
Okay, no.
Man,
Oh, shit.
Oh my God.
I like to play like a runaway slave.
Okay.
I like to play like a disobedient slave with a white woman.
So tell me like what you say.
Yes, Massa. I was sorry.
It's two of them. Like it's like me getting.
But y'all that don't know, that's rapper, producer Mano. Oh. You may know Mano from a bunch of hits, such as. Oh. Hold on 1 second. I had it.
Oh, Mano. Oh, man.
You may know Mano from hits such as. 1 second. Golly, I had it.
This nigga said hits such as. That has to look for it.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh. No, guys. Wow. I got to take a sip.
Right. You may know Mano from hits such as All the Above, Every Night, Remember My Name. Oh, yeah, we're not gonna say that one. And million bucks.
Yeah, featuring Swizz Beatz. Shout out
Swizzy.
You know, I like Swizz. Huge fan of him.
I feel like I knew more of Mano than I did, but I don't.
I've heard like 1 or 2 of his things, but I feel like he's always kind of been a background rapper, producer. Maybe there was a time he was more popular. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know.
It's not important.
Yeah.
So this brings up a great question.
Mm-hmm.
What wild fantasies do you harbor? Or do you want to first and foremost? No, yeah. What wild fantasies do you harbor or do you have?
Well, first and foremost, I just gotta say that, like, Mano, that's shocking to hear. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like and look, and there's a lot of black men who are into white women, okay, or who are into women of just different ethnicities and backgrounds. I myself am one of those people. I fall in love with who I fall in love with. You feel me? I don't really necessarily pick.
Girls, I do adore.
You know what I mean? I think
You want to go back to Africa and have a colored.
he says he want to go back so that I can have mixed race.
I thought it was called colored.
Oh yeah. The colored, the group of the colored group. Yeah. No, they are called colors, but they're a very kind of specific group of mixed race people. They've been so mixed race for so long, and with certain groups that they develop their own identity. But there's nothing wrong with having young looking Lenny Kravitz running around the house. I think that's cool. And if he grows up to play guitar, even better, right? So for me,
Zoe.
or Zoe. Shout out Zoe Kravitz. Look, it's like that's a really really crazy fetish. I don't. I like rough, knocking the boots. I'm trying to be very careful about like what I say, just in case YouTube's like demonetized, blacklisted. So I'm gonna say knocking the boots. There's nothing, people like a little rough play. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? Especially if both people are consenting, it's cool. But I don't think I could be in a situation where I'm engaging in, rough sex, and I'm engaging in it with a woman who
She says, "Call me, master." What if she gives you a whipping chain?
Tobias, come here with your big, strong mandingo self. Oh, Master beat me, but I want you to know I love you, mister. I do. I came all the way from Georgia just so I could see you. I know Master gonna chase me back, but I need you in my life, Beatrice. I need you.
Oh man, this reminds me of that Boondocks clip of Uncle Ruckus. Where he was like, "White woman sure got a nice heart, don't she?"
White woman's got a big heart. Lord, she's got a big heart.
Yeah. I love Ruckus because that's totally something Ruckus. I feel like Ruckus. This would be the perfect moment to ask Uncle Ruckus what he would think of his situation. But long story short, for me, I could never have sex with a person
so you
who
role play master and a
is.
slave?
You know what I mean? If it was a case of like we would role play.
So
like
if your girl came to you and said, "I
Mhm.
want to play master, wife, and a slave,"
Mhm.
your melanin fishing girl,
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
I wouldn't.
Okay, cool. I respect it.
Just because it would be hard for me to enjoy it, knowing that like we're on some Kunta Kinte shit. Like, she's like, "Your name is Toby," and I'm supposed to be like, "Kunta Kinte." And she hits me again. Like, no, I can't do that. Like, I wouldn't be able to live with myself. That's how I don't know how Mayno's living with himself. I don't. I have no clue.
Niggas
Like,
don't got no shame out here, bruh.
people don't have shame.
Hey, one of the most, and according to Pornhub, one of the most like looked up stuff in the world is basically race based.
Yeah.
And so that's like one of the biggest searches on Pornhub and all those. It's like race based and like all those how do you say?
I'm not surprised. It's a fetish and it's a fixation.
So,
you know what I mean? Like the interracial stuff, like
no, not interracial. It's like race. Let's just
you mean like more specifically like race based? I definitely know there's like slave porn parodies and stuff like that.
Even,
that stuff
I don't
definitely
think
does
it's
exist.
crucial. I think it's more like stuff like black girl takes my beautiful.
Oh, I see what you mean. Like even in the wording, of the video. No. You 100%. You're completely right. And it's very interesting you bring that up because
it was like a study. I forgot where I seen it.
Yeah.
Where basically they were looking at that people are basically fetishize a lot of these like things that we hate in the world.
Yeah.
Or not hate, but things that we frown upon in the world.
Yeah.
People fetishize those things. Like you got a lot of like kidnapping or torture, stuff like that. Or,
like the whole Japanese schoolgirl thing. Like people don't even realize like these are Japanese schoolgirls. They're actually underage and people are like watching this stuff and,
Or
and
like-
the fetishization, which is pretty
or
crazy.
like those videos that's like frat houses where they bring in their
Yeah.
and then they make them do stuff. Is like those are things.
Yeah, no, you're right. And it's interesting you brought up the whole thing about the race stuff because I found that there was a study done
Mhm.
a few years ago. I think like it was like 2018, 2019 when I came to the United States. I basically found that in the South, the most popular searched up genre of PORN is ebony.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because how many black people make up that the population in the South? Because there's no way that's only black people searching that up. That's not possible.
Like I said, people like I said, it's one of those things where you fetishize things that you shouldn't fetishize in real life. So you go to these porn sites, and this is where you had these deep undertone belly fire or whatever you fetishizing about. You have all this access to these different things.
Yeah.
So anyway, in reaction to this video, I'ma just say, man, hey, that's his fantasy, bro. Ari Spears has a joke about this. Like,
oh, he does?
Yeah, it's hilarious. He has a joke about being a little slave and master's wife or whatever. And
great sex. Y'all role playing those? Are you role playing? No. You ever play escape slave and the master's wife? That shit fun. You got hurry up, nigga. Get back to work. You on the clock. You got a white girl, you gotta dress up like OJ Halloween, hide in the closet with a butcher knife, scared of shit. Ah!
We only got so much time to have sex. For me, I won't say I don't like. I would not do it. But here's the thing: I have to find a white girl one that I would like in the first place. Cause I don't know, white girls are either really attractive to me or really not attractive to me. Like, there's no in between. Like, they either look really nice, like really, ooh man, she bad, or she look like spoiled milk.
You know what? That's actually a very interesting.
Like, I'm not,
point.
And there's nothing. I don't care. Like, it really is one of those either. Like, for me, one of my crushes growing up was Trish Stratus, which is a female wrestler.
Yeah, Trish Stratus. Yeah.
So bad.
Oh, she aged like wait, back then?
Even now.
Oh, I haven't seen a photo of her I haven't heard about Trish Stratus in a very long time because I used to watch WWE too, so all the divas I used to everyone I would watch that stuff. What does she look like now? Actually, she's still bad.
Like milk. Like no, like milk, like wine. Like I said,
still looks good.
Trish Stratus can get it. Ariana Grande.
Still good. It always trips me out that Ariana Grande is Italian.
Yeah.
Because her name trips me out because it makes me think that she's Hispanic.
But yeah, I guess. But I think about Starbucks when I think of that too, though, because the Grande is technically it's not.
Think about Starbucks.
No, because Starbucks is supposed to be. When you think Starbucks, you're supposed to think like French or Italian type, something like foreign.
Oh, I see.
But not like Latino foreign, like foreign, European foreign. So yeah, I get that kind of idea. And plus, when you think about it, the Italian language and the Spanish language, they play a lot off each other too. So.
No, they do. I mean, they're all the romance.
But
the romance language.
I did also see something where it said Ariana Grande is the only girl. The only celebrity. She's a pop diva who's literally at one point in her life played every different race.
Hell yeah, because I'm pretty sure when she was still a child actress, she was playing the role of a white girl.
No, like they changed her like different looks that she's had throughout her life. She's looked black, she's looked Latino, she's looked white, she's looked.
No, I looked at those early videos, early episodes, photos, and I was like, yeah, I mean,
yeah,
definitely
bae,
white. And then
she went to go marry a lane, but that's still bae.
And he said, Ariana, if you're listening, baby,
I'm
Jay out here
shot.
waiting for you. He
I
shooting his
come
shot.
back home to me.
You never know, man. Maybe one day you're gonna be sitting right next to Ariana, at VMAs, Video and Music Awards. This nigga Jay gonna be sipping on his thing. He gonna be, Hey, baby, let me holler at you.
And if that lame ain't sitting there, I'm definitely gonna be like, "Hey, Ariana, what's up? How's it going?" "Hey, Chuck." I'm like, "What's up, baby?
He
How's
said,
it going?"
"Is your lame sitting here, baby?" No,
I ain't gonna say lame. I ain't gonna say lame. I'm gonna bring up his name. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Ariana, how you doing? How's it going?"
That's wild.
"It's nice to meet you." "Oh, hi."
No. But it's very, very interesting thing though. Just going back to it, Mano.
But
the
the Mano
crazy.
thing.
Yeah.
I feel like, hey man, that's his fetish. That's his fetish.
You know, because I would be thinking to myself the whole time, like, okay, maybe I could find a white girl who I believe is like not racist, right? And then we get along and stuff, and I can tell her she's really, really cool, and race isn't a thing with her. And then, we get in the room, and then she says she wants to do this. I'll be thinking, okay, well, I mean, is that just like a sex thing, or is there something deeper psychologically? Because that's how I think. I'm like, is there something deeper psychologically to you wanting to role play this?
Honestly, but think about it. It's no different than like anybody else role playing. I don't like I said, I don't find anything wrong with it because it's a fantasy. Like it ain't like it.
It is.
It's a fantasy, and that's no different than anybody else with weird fantasies. Like,
right.
So hey, more power to them, bro.
Because I mean, other groups of people around the world, Europeans, Asians, whatever, Latin America, have been slaves before. So it's not like it wouldn't be a weird thing if people did like a master slave role play. You can do that. I just think it's a different context when it's white, like a white woman and a black man.
I get
that's. I guess that's just how I'm formulating the thought.
All right.
But yeah, we want to know.
So what's y'all opinion?
Yeah, what's your
opinion on that?
Let us know, man. And if you feel comfortable telling us about your fetishes,
exactly, let us know.
Go ahead, man. It's crazy.
And no, you didn't answer the question. What's one wild fetish you have?
Oh man, let's see.
I feel like this is crazy because this is a guy's podcast, but we actually I don't care. It is what it is.
One crazy fetish that I've always had is to like have booty clapping sounds. Is to do that with a woman and her MILF mother.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, he wants to have the mother and the daughter. Okay,
best of both worlds. Let's go.
You wild.
I like my bread whole wheat, grain, Italian herbs and cheeses, brown, gluten free, all that. Throw it in there.
Wow, just wow. For me, when I've done a lot of my fetishes, I've done a lot of them. So I'm one thing I haven't done yet. I still haven't had sex on the beach or had sex on a plane. Those are the last two things that I need to do.
Sex on the beach would be interesting.
I hear it. It can either be really bad or really good. I don't know.
Yeah, I just, it really just depends. Because if the wind picks up, then you got sand, like, hitting your shit. And that might, you know what I mean? I don't know, dude. Or you going at it and some dude with the metal detector walks past and it's just, like, I don't like.
I would imagine it'd be a private beach or you in a private section of the beach. But yeah, man, because that's just one of those things to me. I've done the threesome. I've done the whole.
Oh wow, okay, all right, Jay. Hey, I'm shocked.
It wasn't as cool as you think it was. Here's the thing: when you're doing a threesome, you think it's gonna be hot. Porn makes it like really hot or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Really, it's just a lot of sitting there waiting around, looking at the other person. It really is. It's just a lot of sitting around and wait. Oh, it's my turn. Oh, okay, it's your turn. Okay, my turn.
Yo. If you got kids, make sure they ain't listening to this conversation when you at home cleaning, sweeping the floor, and you listening to this.
But yeah, it ain't as cool because it's like it's not as I mean, because it's not as fun as you would think it would be. One of the funniest thing I did, I got hit while driving one time. That was hilarious. That was wild.
See, I'm not gonna lie, that's high key another thing that I would actually.
That was wild. That was a wild experience.
That's cool.
Oh man, that was cool.
That's a gold star to the women.
But yeah, for me, still sex on a plane and sex on the beach. Those are my last. That's what I want to do.
From snakes on the plane to sex on the plane. Yeah,
I want to be like Bill Bellamy.
Bill Bellamy
when he was there on set on so what's it called, Soul Plane, when he came out the room with the girl. That
was funny, bro. That was hilarious.
I think it was Bill Bellamy.
That was Bill Bellamy, I think. I didn't know that at the time. Maybe, yeah. No, but for real though, there's folks, please let us know. Yeah, we want to know what you think.
On this topic, and also if y'all got some weird fantasies, hit us up.
Or if you've heard some stories, may not even be you. You let us know. We can discuss it next time for sure.
For sure. All right.
Yeah.
You got another I got another reaction video. I want to hear your reaction after seeing this video, and I want to know what your response would be.
Betty, let's do it.
Also, you too.
So today I asked my friends another morality question, which in return caused an even bigger argument than the last one. And I need to know what y'all will do. So say you're going out to dinner with your significant other, and you look across the table and you see your best friend's significant other on a date with somebody else. And now you're angry, you're fuming, you about to get up and beat that mother. And as you get up, hands ready to throw, you walk across and you notice that the person that they're out with is your cousin. And you and your cousin are very close. And your cousin knows that the person that they're out with has a significant other at home, but they don't care. Now, would you say something to your best friend who you've known for a long time and possibly get your cousin's ass beat? Or would you back off and do nothing because you and your cousin are also very close? So today,
at this point,
what you do?
At this point, I say,
what you do?
At this point, I would say just nuke the whole planet, bro. I can't deal with some of these situations, bro. Some of these, like TikTok and YouTube, like some of these situations, I'm like, bro, some of y'all just messed up and need therapy, bro. Like,
what would you do?
Okay, so let me get this right. She's saying, imagine if you were at a restaurant, and then across at another table, you see your best friend out on a date, presumably a date, with your cousin, right? But the cousin, is it the cousin has a significant other?
No.
Or is it the friend has a significant?
So what she said is, you're out on a date with your whatever, your significant other.
Your boo, yeah.
Yeah, you out on a date, y'all chilling, y'all having a nice dinner. Then you look over, you see your friend's significant other, and you're about to go over there to confront them, which to me, it's none of your business. But okay. So you're gonna go confront them, but then you notice that the person that your friend's significant other is with is your cousin.
Oh, okay. I see.
And you know that your cousin knows that that person that they're with has a significant other, but they don't care. So her question is, what would you do? Would you confront them and tell your friend, or would you mind your business and whatever?
That's a crazy situation, bruh. I'm not gonna lie. That is a crazy situation. I would talk to the both of them, assuming they haven't seen me yet. Okay, and it's assumed because she didn't say that they've seen you. So assuming that they haven't seen me, I'm gonna carry on with my date. I'm gonna eat my Alfredo. I'm gonna order my Canada Dry. I'm gonna chill, maybe feast on 1 or 2 breadsticks, and I'm gonna go about my business. But there will be a discussion had between me and those 2 people.
So yeah,
outside of the place.
I'm sorry. I mean. No, so yeah, this is gonna be the question of the day. Actually, this is the question of the day. What would you do in a situation? You see your cousin is on a date with your significant. You see your cousin on a date with your friend's significant other. Do you confront your cousin and the significant other, or do you tell your friend? What do you do in this situation? We want to know y'all opinion. Question of the day. For me, so you say you would have a conversation after you did your meal or whatever. Right?
Yeah, like once they've left and I've left, whatever, I would probably call or something and just be like, yo, I want you to know that's messed up. You know what I mean? That's messed up. Especially if the cousin, because she specifically says the cousin knows that your best friend has a significant other. Which is the craziest part. Like your cousin knows that.
I would say, like I said, for me, I'm just going to do this. And I feel like more people should take this philosophy in the world, and the world would be a better place. I'm going to sit there on my date. I'm going to be like, oh, interesting. and go back to my day. I ain't saying nothing to the friend. I ain't saying nothing to the cousin. It ain't none of my business. I didn't see anything. I ain't got to be the middleman or nothing. I ain't the bearer of bad news or nothing. So ain't nobody finna drag me in their drama. I'm finna sit here, enjoy my day, and mind my damn business.
Which isn't a bad way to live life, and in many ways is the best way to live life.
Like, I mean, hey, cool. It's morality, whatever. It's more people in the world. Oh, that's your friend. Yes, that's my cousin.
You know?
Whatever. Bro, mind your damn business. It ain't none of my business. It ain't none of my business. Hey, man, they'll find out eventually. And then when they start fighting, and then when they find out and they start beefing and they fighting, you gonna choose your best friend or your cousin? I'm like, hey, man, both of them knew.
Because ultimately you could not say anything and you'd be fine. Because if they haven't seen you, then they don't know that you were ever aware of the situation.
No, it ain't.
So you would never be in a position where somebody's gonna say something.
Even if they saw me, I don't care. I'm gonna mind my business. I'm gonna make it awkward. I'll let them see me so they can be awkward.
See, the thing is, if they saw you, right, and you minded your business, which you could still do, the issue becomes there's no way they're not gonna say anything to you even afterwards.
I don't care. Here's the thing. You can say whatever you want to me. I'm gonna go out of my way to make sure they saw me. I'm gonna go out of my way to make sure they see me. Hey. I ain't gonna go to the table and say hey or nothing, but I'm gonna make sure they see me.
You see, folks.
But I'm gonna mind my business. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing. And it ain't none of my business.
It's a new era.
Here's the thing. Here's the problem with this. You're right. It's not a new era because a lot of people be like, oh, that's your friend. It ain't none of your business. It ain't none of your business, fam. Like, that's a problem with the world. Too many people trying to mind other people's business and trying to get into other people's situations. I'm not that type of person. I'm going to mind my business and stay home. Bro, I'm on a happy date. Like you said, I'm going to eat my chicken Alfredo pasta with my shrimp or whatever I had.
All that.
My 8-ounce steak or 16-ounce steak or whatever I had to eat. I'm going to sit there, eat that food, and be chilling. I'm not, do y'all figure it out yourselves. And then when y'all start beefing, don't come talk to me.
When shit happens,
whose side you on? I ain't on nobody's side.
Oh, we're not talking no more. You still hanging out with your cousin? I'm gonna be like, this shit has nothing. And that's what I always get upset about whenever you get dragged. Like, I had a recent situation with some people who had a falling out, basically. And I'm very good friends with the one person, and the other person I'm just like, you know what I mean? Like I was, like just acquaintances. We weren't even friends, like acquaintances. Right. We just knew each other. We were familiar with each other. And it was like they had a whole falling out, and then I got brought into it because basically one of the people was like, basically on some, you have to make a decision. Are you gonna, be friends with me or what, or oh, it's okay if you have to make the decision to be friends with one of us. I'm like, bro, like you're the ones beefing, bro. It's got nothing to do with me. Now you're trying to pull other people in. Let's not do that.
Here's my thing. When people do that, obviously I ain't meant to be your friend because obviously I'm not. I'm telling straight up. Anytime, and even if my two friends were beefing, like two best friends were beefing, it's happened. This is a current situation. Like two of my best friends from college or whatever, they got like a little beef or whatever, and I try to stay out of it. Like, bro, hey, cool. I always, before I'm so whatever in my situation. This is what I would do, even if like, let's say for instance, if let's say for instance, me, you. And let's say me, you, and another person, we got cool. We were all best friends, best of bud. If let's say for instance, if we go, like, okay, I'll give you a real life example.
Yeah.
I got three friends that we went to undergrad, or two friends that I went to undergrad with. I used to hang out with them constantly. So after our undergrad years or whatever, they went to their separate ways. We went our separate ways. I came to California. They stayed there, and then one moved to Colorado, and one stayed where they were. But yeah, I guess something happened between those two, and something happened between those two. They started beefing. Me, hey, I just told them straight up, and this is even to this day. I don't ask them about the other person. I don't try to play any party against each other. Hey man, I ain't trying to talk about nothing. Hey, and then I ask, oh, y'all still cool or whatever? If not, then cool. If y'all ain't cool, then I'm moving past it. Ain't none of my business between y'all.
It's between you guys.
I'm not standing in the middle of anybody. And anybody that was, I feel like anybody that would make you choose sides in their battle, you don't want to be around them. Them people are very, very much like messy and dirty. And
especially when people fall out, they tend to be impulsive, right? Very, very impulsive. Block that person.
Nah, you know what?
Cut them off from your life. They're staying with you. Throw their shit outside. What? Like, trust me. Besides personal experiences, I've heard and seen shit, bro. Like, it's crazy.
I'm so, like I said, bro. I do not get in other people's drama or other people's mess. I give you a funny example. One time, my mama and my auntie, they were beefing. Yeah. And I still call both, be like, hey, hey, how's it going, mama? How's it going? And then my auntie, she also got
what?
I'm on a cell phone playing with her, and so I still call her and ask her about like, hey, how's it going? So such and such, bro, I'm not getting in anybody's beef. I don't care, and I feel like that's how the world should be. Mind your own business, stay in your own lane, and then we won't have as many problems. All the problems, 95% of the problems that are in the world is because somebody else was minding somebody else's business. I thoroughly believe that 95% of the world's problems would be solved if everybody mind their own business.
That's a good point. There's too many people getting involved in other people's affairs. And I definitely think that whole adage, that old saying, too many cooks spoil the broth, or at least for me, my modern take on it is too many Negroes spoil the cookout. I think it's a very, very true adage because it's like sometimes having way too many people involved in the situation complicates the situation even more and prevents the situation from being resolved in an amicable way fast.
I respect that theory and whatever, but like I said, my point of view is mind your own business. You can eliminate a lot of stress out of your life if you drink water and mind your own business. Shout out Darius Swift.
See, and that's why black folks and this is the thing in the black community. Black people say you could see your cousin or whatever buying crack on the street from someone. Black folks ain't gonna say nothing. Like especially it's just a thing in the black community where
he be smoking crack long as he ain't stealing from me.
You feel what I mean? We'll be like, oh, this person's got a drug problem or whatever. This person's down bad in the family. Oh, okay, well, hey,
I help him out if he needs help. I help him out if he comes to me for help.
Yeah, but otherwise,
hey, that's his business.
That's his business.
And here's my thing. Like I said, mind your own business. That's just really all I want to get across. Like, mind your own business. And then here's the thing. People that's like, oh, I do this. So now you in the drama. Now you stress out. And now you got to choose sides. When all you have to do is mind your own business. And then I feel like people that do get in other people's business, they just make the situation worse.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to make the situation worse. And you're going to be hated on by one side because you brought this bad news.
Exactly.
Or why you didn't tell me? Why you
didn't say anything sooner? Oh, I didn't know how to tell you.
Or who was it?
Got him.
I think it was Rick Ross.
Yeah.
Who said it? No, it wasn't Rick Ross. I forgot who it was. But they were like, yeah, they brought up the example of Birdman and Lil Wayne, right? And how they were beefing. And then they was like, yeah, everybody was asking me which side I was on. And I said, I just stayed back and let them play it out. Because guess what? When they made up, now you look like an idiot. Now you look like an idiot choosing sides. And they made up, and now you look like an idiot because you still riding for this one side.
Yeah, because now the other person isn't going to fuck with you anymore because they know that you're the kind of person who does things like that. You know what I mean? It's, to be honest, and you'd rather be in a situation where you're on good terms with both Lil Wayne and Birdman than just be on good terms with one person. Because then, especially if you're in the music industry, Rick Ross was smart because it would have just limited his.
Rick Ross. I think it was probably somebody else.
Or whoever it was, because it would just limit your opportunities.
But
it would just limit. You know what I mean?
Even then, my thing is this: when you go in and you start picking sides and you start fighting other people's wars. That take away from all the stuff. Now you got more issues on top of your own issues.
Yeah.
And more headaches. And like I said, for me, I just learned really quick in life, the better you are at staying out of other people's drama, the more stress-free your life is going to be. But anyway, that's the question of the week presented by the Culture Clowns. And we want to know y'all opinion. What would you do in this situation? Would you tell your cousin, or would you confront your cousin and then tell your friend, or would you mind your own business and let them be? What would you do?
What would you do? Let us know. Please do let us know. We're always interested in finding out what you think. And, of course, it allows us to engage in more discussion and more debate here on the platform with everybody else.
All right.
So we love that. That's what we want.
Cool deal. All right. So, went to the movies this weekend.
Yeah.
And I got another movie review.
Movie review. Let's get into it.
Ba-da-dum. So this week, the movie I want to review, over the weekend, I went to go see the new Sonic.
Sonic 2, right?
Sonic 2, starring Jim Carrey and Ben Schwartz. And Idris Elba came in as Knuckles. It's pretty dope.
I always loved Knuckles. Knuckles was always
it
my
was pretty
favorite.
dope.
Yeah.
And well, after watching this movie, man, I ain't gonna lie, it was a nice, really fun movie to watch, man.
Really?
Like it was real fun. It was just corny enough, not too corny. It was very childlike. Yeah, it was cool. And it was funny because I was watching it next to a family, and then one of the kids were like, all the previews, you know how long they are. They was like, would it just start already? I was like, you right, little nigga, you right.
You right, bruh. Eating my popcorn. You right, bruh. I remember when I was younger, I used to be like, yo, bruh, this film just start, bruh. Like, I feel like as you get older and you go to the cinemas, like the previews and stuff, like.
Nah, they don't get shorter.
Like. This like
they don't
like now I just come in later.
Feel like they're longer.
No, like they're probably still the same length or longer. Now I just come into the theater later. I know when I was younger, I used to try be there on time, like good 20 minutes into the theater, so that when the lights go down, the projector starts, I'm already seated. I don't care about that now because I'm like I ain't trying to see all the adverts and it's a lot, man.
I ain't gonna lie, I like to get there early to see the previews because I like seeing what's coming out. I'm like, I like doing that. Oh, I want to go see that. Oh, I want to go see that. Or see this, whatever. I like that.
You said I want to see that new Amy Schumer film.
No. But anyway, after watching this movie, man, I ain't gonna lie, it was a great fun time, man. It didn't take itself too seriously. It was a nice, good, kid-friendly movie. It was corny in all the right ways, if that makes sense. It had a lot of good fun, a lot of good laughs, and it was just it was a good, wholesome family movie that if you want to go watch and just take a load off or whatever, it lived up to what its expectation. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
I'll definitely have to give it a watch.
It really was. It was just nice, funny. It was goofy, and all. Sonic as a character was great. The story was great.
Because I've heard good things about it from other people, but you never really know.
The girl from Insecure is in it. The friend, the black girl. Dang, I can't think. The thicker one. The thicker one.
Oh, I'll be honest. I don't watch Insecure. Oh, okay. The craziest part of
she's hilarious. She's hilarious.
Yeah.
She got like this whole segment of the movie, and between her and like she's supposed to be getting married. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Like that was just funny to me, that whole scenario. And yeah, man, it's a really good, fun movie to watch, man. Really good. It's 2 hours.
Oh,
I feel like
what, 2 hours?
But here's the thing.
Sonic?
I feel like it could have been some parts they could have cut out. But even then, even with those 2 hours, and I do feel like, it's 2 hours, whatever. But I feel like it does enough to hold your attention for those 2 hours. It's light enough and fun enough to where you be like, all right, cool. I can tolerate this.
Yeah.
It's not, now don't get me wrong, you might go in there and be like, oh man, it's a little too long. I ain't gonna lie, there's a lot of fluff in it, but it does enough to keep you like, all right,
interested and How was Jim Carrey as Dr. Eggman?
Really great, really great.
Because apparently it's his final role, so he says it's his final role.
Hey, you know what's funny? As Jim Carrey as Eggman, and this is something I realized watching the first Sonic.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey and what's his name? The dude that played Will Ferrell.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Carrey and Will Ferrell, if you think about it, are pretty much the same people in movies.
In general, yeah.
Yeah, in movies, they're pretty much the same character.
Yeah.
Here's the problem, though. I find myself, I love Jim Carrey. Like, I love Jim Carrey in movies, and I love most of Jim Carrey movies. But I really can't name too many Will Ferrell movies that I genuinely just like.
It's a good point. Step Brothers is probably the first one that comes to mind.
Honestly, I didn't really like Step Brothers.
That's interesting.
I actually hated Step Brothers.
You know,
I hated Elf. I hate Elf to this day. Only movie that I would tolerate is The Other Guys.
I think in terms of Will Ferrell films, The Other Guys.
And that one scene in Blaze of Glory where they're like on a trip.
Yeah, he was in Blaze of Glory.
The one scene
I
where
thought Blaze of Glory was funny.
And I only like the one part where they're talking about being provocative. And it's only because of the Kanye West niggas in Paris song. Yeah. But other than that, it's not really too many Will Ferrell movies that I just genuinely like.
Yeah, all those comedians, like a lot of them really had their time. Obviously on like SNL and stuff. That's where a lot of their best work was. You know what I mean? Like even comedians like Chevy Chase, like they had their time. National Lampoon and Saturday Night Live again, and it's like eventually there's like a new generation, I guess, of comedians, and those types of films. You look back on them and you're like,
even young, I never liked Elf.
No, Elf was shit. And that's the thing, when you're young and you watch these films, you're like, oh, okay, cool film. Then once you understand like what a film is and what a good film is, you look back and you're like, actually no, dude. Like actually, this was a shit film. Like Sherlock Holmes. What was it? Holmes and Watson, whatever it's called. I didn't watch that because it was like one of the worst movies.
I tried to watch it. It was I didn't make it past the first act.
There you go.
But no, anywho, Sonic is a really good, fun movie, man. And this week, that's the movie so yeah, the clown nose rating for this movie goes to, I give it a good solid 3 clown noses.
3 clown noses?
Maybe 3.5. I give it 3.5 clown noses.
Okay, yeah, 3.5 clown noses. I like it.
3.5 clown noses.
Okay, cool.
I really would give it that because it, like I said, it's a good fun movie. It's a kids movie, and honestly, it's fun. It's fun to watch, and it's not like, it doesn't take itself seriously.
Yeah,
it's real comedic and has corny parts.
Yeah,
but it's corny in the right way. Like it's like all cheesy in the right way. Like it draws you back to those childhood times of watching child movies where you like, oh yay, whatever.
So I definitely feel like I'm gonna illegally stream it in the next few days because I'm hoping it's out on HD. There's a few films that I've been meaning to stream illegally that are now out on HD, so I'm gonna make sure that I catch up on those. Also, FBI, please don't arrest me.
And also, on these clown nose things, I want to give y'all a fair warning. I don't feel like there's a perfect 5 movie. I feel like there are strong contenders for 4s.
4.5.
But I don't know if it's ever been. I don't know if I've seen my perfect movie yet. So if I ever come to the point where what movie would be a 5 to you? I don't know.
It's tough because there's always things you can pick out. But then you look at films like, say, The Godfather, the first Godfather.
The Godfather
which is
too long.
Which is a
you wanna know something?
flawless.
You want to know something?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I really think. I get why people like it. But The Godfather's like, okay, it's not that to me.
Shit. I love the first Godfather, and I love the second one. The third one, I think most people universally agree, like, it doesn't stand up to the first 2, right?
I'll be honest.
But
like
that
I said,
first Godfather, that like watching that blew my mind.
To me,
yeah.
it's like, meh. It isn't. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's not this cinematic work of art that everybody says it is. It's just like, okay, cool. That's my personal opinion. It's like, all right, cool. White people killing each other. Yay. All right.
Oh, why?
Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I give it a strong 3 clown noses.
Okay. 3
With
clown
that,
nose.
You got anything you want to add before we go in?
Nope.
All right, cool. So before we wrap up, you know how we like to wrap up. We like to give a shout out to an artist. As y'all know, Artist of the Week is our time to give a shout out to an artist who we see out here doing their thing and doing their thing well. We don't care what you do. We just care that you're doing it. And we care that you're having fun with what you're doing. So this week, the artist that we want to shout out coming all the way from Pakistan. We went to school with this guy, and really cool guy. And the artist of the week for this week is going to be our guy, Faraz Rehan, or as his stage name is, Faraz Kahn.
Legend.
Hilarious guy. Really fun, kind-hearted guy. Really hilarious. Faraz is currently doing his thing in Pakistan, doing acting and doing a lot of comedic roles and stuff like that.
Yep.
Had a few guest spots on, I think, like a popular TV station.
Yeah. He's been on Pakistani television.
He's like on like a soap opera type comedy show. It's really dope. If you want, you could definitely go check him out on Instagram. His Instagram is Faraz, Faraz _Rehan, REHAN_10. That's 10.
That's right.
Really dope guy. Definitely go check him out.
Please do.
Really really fun and entertaining.
Funny, humble, down to earth guy, man, for real. Faraz is
sure.
an absolute G. I miss him. I haven't seen him in a while. I'm hoping that he'll be able to come visit Cali soon. Faraz, if you're watching this, I hope you're able to come visit us in Cali soon, man, for real.
With that, you got anything else you want? Got anything you want to add?
No.
All right,
I
cool.
think that's it, yeah.
With that, Culture Clowns, we out. Peace.